We're back live from Dallas. Again, John Force is okay, and Cruz Pedregon is getting better by the minute. Here is Lita Jones of Sales and Promotions Manager and Kenny Cason, Director of Advertising and Public Affairs for Cheap Auto Parts Stores, one of the largest and most shopped auto parts chains in the world. And those people have been involved with the Motorplex and with NHRA drag racing for many years, and they have better time than anybody else, I think. Okay, here's what the top fuel drivers had to say just before we went to, well, I guess we don't have the tape, but you're looking right here at Ed McCulloch. Ed McCulloch won just 2 weeks ago in Topeka. He won his first ever top fuel title on Labor Day weekend in Indianapolis, the U.S. Nationals. That made him a 6-time winner of that event. Here is Eddie Hill. And he told me after the semifinal rounds, he says, I've got so many Texas fans here. He's from Wichita Falls, Texas. He said, I'm afraid they may tear the grandstands down if I win. Brock did talk to both of them earlier.
Well, Eddie, I suppose you could say that it's kind of home court advantage. This is sort of your home racetrack, and you got lane choice, but you're going against the ace. So how do you feel you're going to be able to react with all this pressure on you for the home fans rooting for you, and obviously a good feeling about running so well today so far?
Well, it feels good so far. I'm obviously going to need to leave on time, and the car's going to need to repeat or improve a little. It ought to be an excellent race. At this point, it looks like it could go either way. But we feel good with lane choice, and the home court advantage probably doesn't hurt.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that Eddie Hill's kind of got home court advantage here being a Texan, and of course he's got lane choice. But obviously the McDonald's team's got some advantages they bring to the party too. What are they?
Well, Brock, I believe that we've won here as much as Eddie has, and you know the track's gonna get better later in the day here. I think we got a fine shot at it.
Now that was recorded before they saw the funny cars smoke the tires, both of them, and that classic battle to the finish between John Force and Cruz Pedregon. Will that spook either one of these drivers? They're in top fuel cars. They have more weight over the rear axle, a big rear wing for downforce. What do you think, Brock? Would that bother him a bit?
Well, I'll tell you what, if there are two unshakable men in this sport, it's these guys, Steve. They've been around for years and years and years, and just excellent drivers, very steady hands as we watch Eddie Hill and Fuzzy Carter get ready to do his burnout. Keep in mind, though, that's Larry Minor, the owner of Ace McCulloch's car. Remember now, those guys have been in the finals with both automobiles, Pedregon's and this car here, the top fuel car, 4 times in the late stages of this season, and they've won 3 of them. So they're looking, that's a double win for both the funny car and the top fuel car. So I would imagine they feel pretty confident. What do you think, Bob Fry? How's the track looking right now?
I asked both crew chiefs if they thought the smoke on the tires in that funny car final was a result of the cars or the track. They both laughed out loud. Fuzzy Carter told me, you got to be kidding. Those 2 cars were so loaded up, there was no way they weren't going to smoke the tires. On the other side of the track, Lee Beard just chuckled, rolled his eyes around and said, those guys were so pumped up and so loaded up, they tried to turn the world. Of course, you know what happens when you try to do that. Something's got to give, and it's usually the tires. Both crew chiefs said that will not happen here in Top Fuel. They've got their cars set to run those 480 combinations that we've seen all day long. Do not expect to see tire smoke here in the finals of Top Fuel Eliminator.
Well, the funny car finalists, there was more at stake than a $30,000 event prize, over $150,000 for the Winston Championship. But here, I think you're absolutely right. These are 2 very smart racers. As the sun goes down, do you love the nitro flame licking as high as the tall wings on these cars? The fans definitely getting their money's worth here at the Cheap Auto Parts Nationals. Pre-staging, Ed McCulloch, Eddie Hill, they're gone. And Eddie Hill has problems right off the mark. Ed McCulloch is gone. Ladies and gentlemen, 4.795, the quickest ride of Ed McCulloch's life. Very close to a new national record, just a few thousandths away from that. Bob Fry, go.
Unbelievable performance, 4.79.
I'll tell you, it was an outstanding day of racing here at the Texas Motorplex. The McDonald's team, both the funny car and the top fuel team, did a superb job of preparing these cars. We can't tell you how happy we are to have a victory here at the Motorplex.
Do you guys have to double up all the time? Is that a rule?
Well, I'll tell you what, we represent one really great corporation. There's a lot of people that work for it. And when we win these races, we like to dedicate it to all those people that sell those hamburgers out of those stores.
Just a magnificent job today by the whole team. Steve?
Well, Ed McCulloch is a real warrior. He was in all those years in funny cars and in top fuel. And you like a throat-ripping win, right?
Every time.
How about a 4.79? Is that good enough?
All right. That's wonderful, Steve. Sitting there watching my teammate Cruz and John Force and his team, you know, they both went out and smoked the tires pedal at the end. We all saw that. We were ready. My crew chief, Lee Beard, what a job the guy does. He's so consistent. He's got a grasp on this deal.
This car had to be like riding a rocket ship. The wheels in the air.
Well, we love it to go out there, get the front end up a little bit, carry it on out there, and let's go.
All right, here is Brock Yates with the points.
Well, Steve, the 3 leaders, Amato, Bernstein, and McClenathan, go out early. McCulloch and Hill move up just a little bit, but the outside chance for victory in the championship. Back to you, Steve.
Well, all in all, Brock, it's been just one heck of a day. And there you see Eddie Hill and Ed McCulloch. Oh, they're both celebrating, really. A good, safe day for them. For all of us here at American Sports Cavalcade, thanks for joining us live from the Motorplex in Dallas. We had a ball at the Cheap Auto Parts Nationals. Ed McCulloch, the top fuel champion. Cruz Pedregon in Funny Car, Bob Glidden in Pro Stock.